Presented in partnership with Barra Brava Brewing. This is Lumpen FC.
Welcome back. You're listening to WLPN Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You are listening to Lumpen FC. If you want to get a hold of us, you can email us at lumpenfcradio@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitch if you want to leave any comments on Twitch as well while we're there. At Lumpen TV, that's going to be on Twitch. For any of the events or any of the things that we got coming up, follow us on Instagram, Barra Brava Brewing Co. on Instagram, as well as Lumpen Radio. Barra Brava is a proud sponsor of Lumpen FC. You can currently find Barra Brava products at Mars Community Brewing in Bridgeport, Life on Mars in Logan Square, and The Barrel in Pilsen. We got a lot to cover today. As usual, I am Adrian, and I'm here with
Jamie J.
And I'm Sebastian.
You guys have any weird tone in the your headset? I got a weird tone in my headset.
I don't know. I will say that was a great. I don't know if anyone else could hear us, but I don't know if they heard what was going on before. But that was a crazy intro. That song before was getting me hype.
No, yeah.
I was like, I thought that was like the new intro to the Lumpen FC. I was like, okay, where's this going? Where is this going? I was ready to run out of here and start doing warm ups.
That's Trekker right there. Trekker's got the sound for us. Yeah,
that was going down. But yeah, no, I don't hear anything. Do you guys hear?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
You good? All right. What we're covering today, we're going to cover the U.S. Open, or the Lamar Cup, Champions League. Yeah, Champions League, Europa, of course, like usual. A little bit of EPL and what's going on with some of the squads. I mean, the seasons are basically coming to an end.
Yeah.
For most part, I say probably every league at this point, the winner's been decided. Maybe not.
Not La Liga.
Well, not La Liga, but
not Serie A, I don't think.
And I said,
Glint just started.
Was that which one?
Bodo Glint. I think their league literally just started.
Really?
Oh,
yeah, the team Tottenham played. Yeah, they're like in
they're in a
seven or
reverse
something.
season. Yeah. For sure, EPL's done. I think La Liga's done too, but we'll talk about that here because we got the Clasico coming up on Saturday as well.
It's like playoff time for the leagues at championship.
After that, it might be over.
Yeah, after that game,
right
it might
now,
be over.
It's not. Mathematically, I should say,
Right, yeah. So we're going to cover quite a few things. Mostly now that the season is winding down, whatever, and the soccer season ends, I guess. I guess it never ends. We'll be talking about what are, the way we saw the season from the beginning, everybody here was probably going to win a quad, to where we're at right now at the end, where it's like, oh, did I get a trophy? Or am I going to get a trophy? And then that's one of the things we'll talk about is like Europa. Because the Europa Cup, we're basically looking at what? Number 15 versus number 16, I think?
Yes.
For EPL.
What a time to be alive, guys.
Yeah.
And we're at 15, 16, get a Champions League spot.
Yeah. And not only that, EPL might end up with like 6, 7 squads in Champions League. So
if Spurs was to get if Spurs, and like one time we were talking about, there's possible relegation. If they got relegated, would they? And they win? Would they be our championship team and a Champions League?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the rules, yes.
Yeah. That's how it would work out.
That'd be awful.
And it's crazy though. So that's what we were talking about, and I know we're kind of getting into it early because I did want to start with Lamar Cup, but that is kind of the things that we were looking at because without the Champions League squads going down to the Europa tournament.
Yeah, these are
that weeding system is gone, so you could end up, with someone who's in their league in 15th, 14th, or getting relegated, ending up in Champions the next go around.
Well, even with you talking about the EPL, was it Man City could win the FA Cup, right?
Man City or Crystal Palace?
Man City or Crystal Palace. They're
right, so they're in their final, so they could win it. Which if Man City wins it, there's another spot. Right?
Yeah, so like
wait, is that so? If they win it, that goes to Champions?
Europa, I think.
Europa.
Yeah. So there's a spot, and then the Man U and Tottenham are.
So if Man City, because they're going to qualify for Champions,
right,
and they win the FA, so who gets that Europa League spot?
Doesn't just open up. It just goes down the pecking order, right? Just know
do they just like.
So it's all
paper
scissors
really, or something, or
yeah, it's really strange. Like
I mean, at that point, just do that.
It's because you still have because of the Champions League spot, and it goes so there'll be or between Tottenham and Man U, and then so that would be because we have fifth, so there'd be 6 teams, right? And then you'll have if Man City, there's an open Europa spot, so 7, 8.
Yeah.
So then
at that point, yeah.
9. Well, because Chelsea's if they beat Real Betis.
I mean, we've got almost half of the EPL qualified.
Yeah,
for,
right.
You know what I'm saying? For Europe.
Yeah.
And then, because Chelsea, if they make it, so then that would be
Yeah.
Right. So I
Right,
mean, so we
yeah.
just Arsenal and Liverpool.
So
play each other
EPL's
like 8
playing-
times next year. It's gonna be great.
EPL's in 2 leagues now. Like they play, all the teams play in 2 leagues.
Yeah, that seems
So it's
good.
a little out of control, but we've been talking about that already, and we probably have FIFA and UEFA sitting in an office right now, going through the exact same thing we're going through, and going, "Hey, this probably is not a good idea.
Oh, they're
Maybe
just
this is, we're gonna have to change. We're gonna have to tweak this up a
I mean,
little
it kind of
bit."
depends, though, right? Because when it comes to Man U or Spurs, they kind of, they're part of like what you would call like the big 6, right? So they probably have especially Man U has a big following. So even if they're in 16th place, they're still gonna get a lot of eyeballs on those TVs.
Yeah.
So, like, do they mind? Would they prefer that or Bodo Glimt?
And I know the players are gonna mind.
I know the advertisers will want Man U. I know
Yeah.
or Spurs. So
Yeah.
money wise, I don't think they'd mind that. Which is, let's be honest. UEFA, FIFA, all those are. If they had to choose between one or the other, they're gonna go for the money always. So
for sure.
if this is gonna make them more money, well, I don't think they care.
Man U should be ecstatic. I mean, I think that. I mean, because.
I mean, they still have-
But I think that they're my favorites to win the bank. But like, they do win. I mean, at least that's money in the pocket because that's what they need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right. So there you go. You're already getting your Champions League games.
yeah.
Right in. So I mean, I don't know if maybe in a spot you're ready for all those games, but you're getting the money.
Yeah, I mean, none of that. I mean, I don't know if it's a club that's really right now in a position to be playing all those games because, they've had injuries. Players, some of those players are a little bit older. So, tacking on all those other games? Hey, look, it's the modern era of football, and like they're gonna have to do something because there's gonna be players that are definitely gonna go down probably at the beginning of next season, which is 2 months away.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's not far away. So
with the Club World Cup
Yeah.
being played right after,
yeah, and then they got all the tournaments over the summer, which
they're already going to mess with the transfer windows just to accommodate that tournament. I don't know.
They're talking about
what?
expanding.
Like, add more transfer windows.
Yeah,
No, well, they're gonna open it for a week, then close it for a week, then reopen it again for another week.
Yeah.
To
And
solve what?
I'm not exactly sure. I haven't looked into it. That's just how it's dated right now, and it has to do with the Club World Cup. Like, for example, and I guess we'll get into it, but like, for example, Real Madrid wants to get Trent in, right? But they want to bring him in before the Club World Cup. But his contract doesn't end until the end of June, and the Club World Cup will have already happened. So the rumor is Real Madrid is going to want to get a transfer fee, like a small transfer fee, just to end his contract before the end of June.
It's insane.
So we'll get like $5 million for him or something like that, if all this is actually going to happen. Or Liverpool can just be like, no, you guys are going to have to wait.
Right.
So it's stuff like that. So because of moments like that, I think that's why they're going to open the windows in different. But why they're going to open it and then close it and then open it, I don't know.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like,
I have no idea.
and then why close it for a week? Like, what's going to happen in that week?
I'm not sure. So that's why this is all weird.
Yeah, all right.
For a tournament that I don't know who's going to watch this tournament, to be perfectly honest.
Well, that's the thing, though. So I'm assuming FIFA is expecting viewership, and I mean, okay, you're making what already existed. It's been there.
Yeah.
It's been there. Just nobody's ever paid attention to it. And I guess you're going to make it more of a show. Like, I don't know, like more halftime shows. More.
Well, they are. I mean, there's the whole entertainment factor.
Yeah.
Right. So they're doing the whole the New York Times Square.
because it's getting
Yeah.
played here in the States.
Yeah.
Or?
So I guess it's going to test out, what it looks like when the World Cup's here. But again, it's going to be weird. What time are the games? Do we know what time the games are played yet or anything?
I haven't really looked into it.
Yeah. So
So they want to make a spectacle out of it, which I'm assuming that's kind of the push. And then you got the World Cup coming in and all that, so they're building it up. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But by the time the World Cup comes around, these players will have had so many miles. Like, I don't even know, what do you do at the World Cup at that point? Like, all these superstars are going to have hours upon hours of nonstop soccer for the next year and a half.
So actually, so it starts on the 31st.
Of May?
May, yeah. It starts on the 31st. So it's the same day as the Champions League final. That's hilarious.
Which is
Same
crazy.
day,
Really?
Yeah. Same day Champions League. It's LAFC versus Club America. That's the
Okay.
first game at 3:00, which is kind of near the same time.
Oh, that's the one that Leon was bounced out of, or that.
Oh,
that
that's
whole-
I did. Yeah, that's right. They got to. Yep, they got
yeah,
to.
which was a whole other controversy.
But this is kind of funny. So, May 31st, that's Saturday. The next game, unless something just says Saturday, the June 14th. The Al
So, like, 2
Inter
weeks later?
Miami. Yeah, then it goes to the 15th. So the games go from a range from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So
Okay.
And the games are being held. All the games are being held here in the United States. Because
yeah,
that just sounded like a bunch of MLS teams and Mexico. League
all the
MX.
teams that are. You want to know all the teams that are?
No.
Yeah,
I did not want to.
there's a lot.
There's going to be a lot of teams. Yeah.
Yeah. But like Bayern Munich plays at 11 a.m. on to the 15th Sunday, and then PSG and Atletico Madrid all play on that day as well in the Rose Bowl. So they're using the big venues, TKL Stadium. Where's that?
Oh boy.
Palmeiras plays Porto that day, MetLife, Jersey. That's all right. Sounders, Botafogo.
See, but I can see how this could bring out crowds. Like,
it could. Yeah.
Palmeiras, Porto. Like that's going to bring out a
Yeah.
crowd. Depending on where they put where they put that match. I mean, if you got who finished up the America LA game, will probably bring out a crowd.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna buy tickets, man. Just a chance to go see if it's affordable too. I don't know how much tickets are going. I don't really. I was kind of interested if
FIFA does tend to overprice the tickets.
Yeah.
I'd
have been interested to be like if Flamingo are playing, so I'd be like, yeah, I'd go check that out for the right price. But
not for $500.
no. They look good.
300,
They look
400.
good in HD 4K. Baby.
Yeah.
They look great.
Yeah, so that's off topic. We weren't going to discuss that, but that's I don't know what they're going to do. It's just so many games. On top of that, you have Libertadores. You have what do we have this year?
I don't know.
Women's. There's so much soccer. We're burnt out.
Well,
We're burnt
it's
out.
the usual, the Gold Cup.
Gold Cup, all that. America.
Yeah, it's
all
just
that.
it's just the Gold Cup and then a few
whatever,
cups. There's no Euros, there's no World Cup, so it's just the club stuff. So like, there's like teams like Arsenal. I mean, I'm like, hey, we have like our normal little tour and that's about it.
Yeah.
That's
But
kind of
is the Club World
Liverpool
Cup,
too. They don't have nothing.
Yeah, those are the usual tours.
Yeah,
'cause,
just
like-
our standard tour, get a little money.
But is the Club World Cup every year, or is it every
I don't
2
know. I haven't
years?
looked. I haven't
or-
looked into the Club World Cup.
That's
that
a good
much.
question. I mean, I could look that up, but that's I hope it's not every year.
I mean, with a lot of the tournaments that I'm putting on the not priority list, this one's probably going to go.
Well, it can't be during the World Cup.
True.
Yeah. No, of course not. No.
So yeah, I guess it would have to be, like every 2 to every 3 years.
That's gonna
We'll
be
definitely
weird.
find out and get back to you out there, whoever's paying attention to us. Yesterday, actually, I was happy to be at the Lamar U.S. Open Cup match of the Chicago Fire versus Detroit City FC. I was very impressed with the Detroit fans. They showed out. Like they had a big base of fans at the stadium. It was a good game for the Fire. I am liking this tournament a little bit more. I'm not liking, we're down to basically just MLS teams except for Pittsburgh Riverhounds at the round of 16. And then it's just pretty much MLS. I hope that they decide at some point to start getting MLS teams in earlier. I think it's kind of rough for everyone that they come in later. But as everyone likes to point out, that's how FA tournaments go. The bigger teams tend to go in later.
How was the atmosphere out there? Was it good?
It was good. It was a lot of fun, man. Everybody showed up. Sector Latino was there. The music was blaring. Red Line was there. It was a good time. It was a good time. I had a good time. I didn't expect it to be as chilly as it was because it was warmer.
Man, it's
warmer the day than
just
classic
like today,
Chicago
man.
weather.
Just like
And honestly,
Chicago
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like it was super cold. It was just when the wind kicked in, it was like, all right, that's a little much. Not in stadium still. You know, I've always liked that stadium. What is it now? SeatGeek used to be Toyota.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I understand the reasons why we moved back down to Soldier. I know. I understand all the points of view that everybody has on that, but I really like that stadium. I think it's a really good soccer facility. So.
Yeah, I think it's a good little tailgating area too.
Yeah.
I like the tailgating out in the British. Like, it shouldn't be a spread out.
Yeah.
Everything's like, I like how everything's like together right there. You know what I'm saying? Not to walk too far. And even with that new little spot, that little sports bar that's opened up over there, and then the hotel's like right there. I think that's like kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the stadium is starting to show a little bit of its age. That's for sure. Like there was some parts of the concrete that had been, torn up and so. But I mean, it's got its years. Your classic Chicago rust on the metal. Yeah, that's starting to show, but that's just everywhere, right?
Yeah. Nate's having some trouble finding us. So 105.5, Nate. I don't think the Lumpen Radio app, this app is playing the live show.
Yeah, it'll be 105.5 FM on the radio. If you can't do that, go to lumpenradio.com.
Oh, does
and you should be able to find us there as well. Or hit us on Twitch. Just go to Twitch, Lumpen TV, and you'll be able to to drop in any comments.
Right.
And we'll try to get
If we're having a little trouble, just let me know, and I can reach out to the people that need to reach out to if you can't hear us on either of those, which I think Nate's reaching out to me, so I'll have to reach out.
Please let us know, Nate.
Yes, sir. I gotta reach up to the man.
And actually, I was there hanging out with Nate, also right there with those guys. So it was a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
I am impressed with this tournament. I've always liked this tournament, and I know it's not a big tournament here in the United States. There's not a lot of people that tune in until the later rounds, which at that point you're just watching MLS matches. Mm-hmm. I think it does need to be fine-tuned a little bit, and I hope that they start working on that. It's just for the what would be called the smaller teams to make it easier for them, the travel and so forth, and the money involved with that stuff. Detroit looked great, but you could just tell the differences in I don't want to say in talent because they were definitely a talented team, but those reps, you can tell that those repetitions just weren't there. Their plan was actually really well thought out. I was a little disappointed in Berhalter's strategy, simply because, and I know it's the process, right? We have to think about the process, and he's just started with Fire. But with the size advantage that we had and the capabilities to be able to just do that type of cross ball in, play down the side, spread the field out, make them get tired, make them chase us down, because that's kind of what was happening. We just had way better ball control. And then get those cross balls in for headers or those, top of the box type strikes would have been effective, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Whereas we were still doing the continuous, play down the middle, or if you are down the sides, attack down from the corners of the box into the middle, and then, go straight towards, with your passes in box towards goal, which their defense was actually covering up pretty well. Minus that first goal, it looked kind of impressive on their side for the defense to be able to do really, really good slide tackles and defensive maneuvers in the box till the size difference started taking over. So it was a good match. Berhalter, I think, is doing a process because the back line just looks way, way, way more solid than it did at the beginning of the season. Because that back line did not look good at the beginning of the season. They've obviously been working on it. Definite improvement in there. The way we move the ball up from the back, you could see it definitely here. Midfielders are starting to figure out, he likes to play in this pocket or in that zone. So those in the pocket passes were definitely better. It looked better for the Fire. Now, of course, we have a game this weekend, right? So it's going to be up against Atlanta, which I don't even know what the ranking is right now, where Atlanta stands with in MLS.
I know they're supposed to be real hot. They spent a lot of money, and they started off a little slow, but I think they're kind of pick up. There was a little upset, though, on the U.S. Coast. NYCFC lost, so that's always good to see. I was like,
so Atlanta's actually ranked below the Fire right now. They're in 13th. Chicago currently in 11th. 2 slots outside of playoffs, because that's what's important, is playoffs.
Not the playoffs.
So we'll see. If we can get these 3 points, though, that puts us right there in that slot. So for playoffs, So I am looking forward to the game this weekend against
That should be a good game.
Atlanta. It should be a good game. It's an early game. I'm going to have to wear the sunscreen. Cover up. Because if not, I'm just going to...
You got to don't be scared of the sun, Adrian.
Yeah.
We are not friends.
Yeah. But that is going to be an interesting game, actually, because is that their coach? Oh, it's going to be 67-46. Ooh, nice. That coach for Atlanta I thought he was about to get fired at one point.
Who's coaching Atlanta?
I can't remember his name, but it was always talking about how the money they spent, that they started off kind of rough. They lost a few games, tied, and they kind of got booed. But I think they started to pick it up, and I've watched them, man. They do have a little fun team to watch. You know, I just don't follow them enough to be like, is that coach still there or whatever. But it's like every time because I try to watch more of the fire matches, I was doing that work when most of the time happens. But yeah, they've had a lot of talk. They're supposed to be one of the better clubs this year, but they just have started off really slow. So it should be a good game. So you should enjoy it.
It'll be a good time. You gonna be at work? Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Saturday mornings, right?
Yep. Yes.
So yeah, I'll definitely try to get out there. Well, I'm definitely gonna get out there. Pete, if you're listening, let me know if you need me to take anything to the tailgate, man. Send me a text.
The buffet, the potato salad.
Ooh.
So now that we've covered this, just the Chicago Fire basically, and great atmosphere, guys. By the way, for you Chicago Fire fans, that was a lot of fun last night. Now that we've covered MLS a little bit and the Open Cup and the Chicago Fire, let's move on to what is going on in Champions League.
Nothing.
Not for you.
Let's nothing for our teams.
Yeah. Nothing for the English teams. No.
Yeah.
So
we're just gonna have 30 teams in it next year. So we're just gonna wait.
Let's look at first. Let's just start with Inter Barcelona, which was a fantastic second game and a fantastic first match.
Yeah.
Total aggregate was 7-6, with Inter taking this last game 4-3. First game ending up 3-3 at Barcelona. What did you guys think about the way this played out? Now, in my opinion, near the end, because Barcelona is such a younger team, I did see that fatigue kind of settle in for them. Plus, they played a few games, and then there were those few mistakes where it's like, yeah, that's the one where you're learning your lesson, at this level, so forth. You haven't been in these lights basically before, so bad pass, bad timing. You kind of started seeing that in the last 5 to 10 minutes of the extra time. Other than that, these teams, I haven't seen such well-matched teams in a while. Lamine Yamal, of course, great. The defense on the Italian side is really, really solid, even though they still got 3 dumped on them.
Yeah. I guess I was a little shocked that they let that many goals go in, but also maintain to score that many goals. That was kind of shocking. I was like, wow, you guys are actually. I thought it was like when they scored, I was like, oh boy, they could. I was like, I was just really shocked that they were scoring goals on Barcelona and kept up to their pace. And after letting so many in.
Yeah, Barcelona's speed was ridiculous. The amount of shots, though, that Barcelona was getting off, like just shot after shot. Pretty much every time they got near the box, they're going to take a shot. Donnarumma, lights out. What did he block? 3.
That was PSG.
I'm sorry. PSG. What's the goal?
Yeah, I know
Inter. I can't remember the Inter's 3-4 shots, blocks that were just insane. Fully stretched out, reaching for that corner. Like, it was just, wow. How he even got to some of those is just unbelievable. The midfields on both sides were incredibly solid. Barcelona's fast pace is just insane. They're still using that tiki-taka, but as we saw, they've started combining a lot more of that long ball and that through ball. So they're starting to draw teams in with that tiki-taka. Once they see that defense squeeze in, boom, they're on the run, and then they're going for that long ball, which was very effective in the first game, and what allowed them also those goals in the second game. So that's going to be impressive to see what they do with that in the next few years.
Yeah, I don't know. It was tough to sort of like. I feel like they were both. evenly matched as far as to their strengths, in the sense of Barca had a really good attack, and they've always had a really good attack, but their defense has always been lacking. And I don't know if I don't know too much of like what's happened to their defense in the past couple of seasons, only because I'm assuming they have some injuries or whatever in that back line. I'm not too sure, because I remember when we were discussing this earlier, that when Xavi Hernandez was there, he had them solidly locked up. They had one of the best defensive records La Liga has seen in a while. So I don't know what's happened since then, but their offense is just incredible, and it's fun to watch. They're really fun to watch. Whereas Inter, I agree. Their experience really came out. I'm actually not surprised that Inter got to the final. I'm a little, as far as all that goes. Yeah, I'm not surprised actually, because Inter's been to the final before. Inzaghi has gotten them there before. They didn't win it. They lost to, was it Man City? Yes. It was Man City.
Was it City or Barca?
I think it was City. No, Barca hasn't won it since like 2015 or something.
Yeah, okay.
So it doesn't surprise me. It's funny because it's almost like I felt like on paper Barcelona is a better team, but I'm also like, yeah, of course, Inter made it there. So because of that, because of their strengths, they were just clashing so well that the game was just so intense and so much fun to watch as a neutral. It was, Teresa, my girlfriend, she's a Barca fan. And she's just like, that was agonizing. And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I'm a neutral here, because I got to enjoy it. It was just back and forth. Mm-hmm. And both of them, again, on their strengths, had such quality that every single time Barcelona was going forward, I was like, they could score here. But then when they didn't, when their goalkeeper made amazing saves, or when there were great tackles or whatever, it was like the opposite of that. It was like, yeah, of course they were ever going to stop that. So it was just like an intense, fun battle. That at the end of it, I thought whoever wins this is going to win the Champions League. Because personally, for me, I thought if Inter Milan goes ahead, I hope Arsenal gets to the final, because I feel like that would have been a fun kind of chess match between those two teams. If Barcelona had won, I would have wanted PSG, because that would have just been a volleyball game, just going back and forth, almost like a basketball game. And for as a neutral for both those games, like it would have been fun just to watch in that sense. But PSG, I think now that they're at the final with Inter Milan, it's going to be interesting again, because once again, Inter Milan's got that really good defense. PSG's got that really great offense. It's going to be hard to handle completely. So,
the Inter Milan has, which is crazy. I give it props because Henrik Mkhitaryan was playing. 36. Chinogu's 31. Akibre is 37.
Yeah.
Their goalie is 36. Sumar. And then they even brought in Darmian, who's 35. Turi's 32.
Don't they have Arnautovic, who used to be a?
Oh yeah. Arnautovic's on there too. I'm like, did he play that game? No, he didn't even come. He didn't come off the game.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing, but
he's 36.
Yeah, because he was part of like West Ham or Aston Villa, one of those burgundy jerseys.
Back in the day when he used to be.
He was good.
Yeah,
he played for Stoke City too, man. He's a little. But I'm just like this. This is they're bringing in these 30-year-olds that are just doing their thing and hanging in there. Because Mkhitaryan, I was like, man, he looked really good for like his age, like recovering and playing both sides of the ball. I was very, very impressed with that.
Yeah. So. And for those of you out there who don't understand exactly what we're talking about, it's an age difference that's pretty big, because Barcelona's squad is you could call them kids, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds.
The oldest player they had was 33.
Yeah.
35.
Yeah, and they got Lewandowski.
35.
35.
Mm-hmm. Lewandowski did.
Lewandowski, who's good.
36.
36.
Yeah.
So the Barcelona squad is a very, very young squad. So that's what scares me. If they are able to keep this team together because trades are coming, the windows are going to open, people are going to start throwing money at some of these kids.
Yeah.
If they can keep this squad together, they're going to be a very formidable force for the next decade. They're going to be good.
Yeah, they'll definitely need somebody to replace Lewandowski pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean Lewandowski for sure, but hopefully Lewandowski comes to the fire. We'll be talking about that. You're listening to WLPNLP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. Thank you so much for listening. We will be right back after this break.
Yes, Gomez Peña is back. The Mix Files are back in Lumpen Radio. Now, broadcasting from both San Francisco, Califas, and Mexico City. Acompáñenos.
Buddy gives artists and small manufacturers in Chicago a place to showcase and sell their goods and artworks. Buddy retails to a vast audience of Chicagoans and visitors at the Chicago Cultural Center. Buddy is a shop as local as it gets. Buddy is part of the nonprofit Public Media Institute. Visit hi-buddy.org for more information.
Second promo. 30-second promo. 30-second promo. You've never heard anything like this before. It's Postmodern Talking with Bobby Kahn and TJ LeDuce. Only on WLPN 105.5 FM. 30-second promo.
You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You are listening to Lumpen FC. We were just covering the Barcelona squad as being a very young team and going to be very impressive. You're looking at Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Ferran Torres, Conde. I mean, this squad, Gavi, yeah. Like, this squad is young. I don't know how old Rafinha is. But if they can keep this squad together, I can see them taking several Champions Leagues in the next 5-6 years.
Unfortunate that I don't see that happening because everyone wants to get paid and they have financial woes. So
yeah,
it's not going to happen. And I always question how some of these players keep getting registered, but I mean, La Liga needs their two teams to be great, so they'll do whatever they can to find it. But at some point,
I think some of these kids came up in the school though, La Masia. So
yeah, some of them did. But they're going to want to get paid too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
if you could take one of these kids out to Arsenal, which one would you grab?
Out of all, probably Pedri.
I mean, I'm assuming that Lamine Yamal is not going anywhere. Right?
No,
I'm sure he's going to stay at Barcelona.
They're going to do. They're going to do with Lionel Messi with him, probably.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, probably Pedri because I don't consider Rafinha like because he's over here. I don't consider him.
I mean, those shots though.
Yeah.
Just
that'd be
cannons.
great. Unless he did. Did he come up through that system or did he come up through another system?
I'm not sure what system he came through.
Yeah, but no, I like probably Pedri or Gavi. I like those little midfielders.
More midfielder.
Yeah,
midfielders.
I like those little. They can just turn one away and go the other and just cause you all kinds of trouble, man. Make those knees hurt.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get one of these kids to pull a Figo, I would probably, man, it would be really tough. I would like Pedri to help out with that center, but I would not mind Dani Olmo either moving over. Defense-wise, I'll take any of these guys.
Dani Olmo, I thought of course, wasn't Real Madrid looking at him? I mean, that's how it usually goes. They both.
Dani Olmo?
Yeah.
Dani Olmo was at Red Bull, right?
He's at Red Bull, yeah. Let's Play
so.
or whatever.
Right.
Or was he?
He was. Yeah, that's where they got him. That's where they got him before. That's where Barcelona picked him up from.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought he was in the Portuguese league, but okay.
I mean, he might have been earlier. Do you know if Rafinha came up in La Masia or he's coming in from another program?
I forgot where they bought him from the EPL, but I bet I could look.
Well, he's from Leeds.
Leeds,
okay,
that's
what it was.
right.
Yeah.
That's where it was.
Because I don't know if when they got relegated, he went down with them, or right when they got relegated, he got bought up. I don't remember how that went.
And I'm pretty
But
sure.
before Leeds, I don't remember. I thought he might have been from the Brazilian league.
He was in Portugal. He was actually before Leeds. He was in Rennes for France,
Okay.
which is wild. Yes, man, it's like sporting CP, man. So at some point in time,
Yeah.
it's like there's so
Everyone
many good players
goes to
that was at
Sporting.
Sporting. Was at
Everybody
Sporting
goes to
at one
Sporting.
point. It seems like.
On the other side of this bracket, we had PSG versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
Which did not work out for Arsenal. They did put up a fight. Aggregate ended up 3-1 with this last game at PSG going PSG's ways 2-1. How do you feel about this game, Jamie J? How do you feel about this result in its completeness? It's 3-1 aggregate.
Man, I feel okay with it, but I have to give Donnarumma a little credit because I didn't think he was. I didn't think he was going to show out like he did.
was sharp.
Yeah,
he made a few good saves, and then I was like hoping he was going to go off injured. But
You always hope for that one,
that
like
keeper injury.
Yeah.
Just one more to match us. Yeah, right. Because he's like, oh, and I was like, man, that was.
Couldn't you
it's
run
like
into
it'd
the
been
post?
nice to have like if that would have went in.
it's a big post for you to run into.
Man, and like that shot. But I mean, I can't really complain about the effort or anything that we have done this season. So we got that far. It'd been nice to beat PSG. I mean, even I have nothing against them. I just somebody just wanted to win that there. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any ill will towards it.
Do you agree with Arteta's comments about them being the better team?
I mean, if you look at the stats, maybe I just don't really mind it because like, for what we had, I think on paper they're probably the better team because of them having no injuries whatsoever. So I'm not gonna say there's a better team, seeing that I don't think some of the players that we had at our availability were up to the same, I don't know, or the same level, I guess. So I don't know. I think that's just more anger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be able to say on a given day when we had our like normal squad, yeah, I think we would have won. But for what we had, I think we did a good job. And yeah, maybe he's a little upset that Donnarumma saved a couple of those goals, man. I mean, they're like the first 15 minutes, you would have thought if we'd have put 2 in there, it could have been a different game. But also, man, like it's like it's like a sense of relief because it's our last. It was the last game in the road, and having just like Cal Flaherty come back and him not getting hurt, and hearing that Kai Havertz is going to be playing again before the end of the season, it's like, you know, it's been a roller coaster for us. Like I've been. The way I felt.
You can talk about it,
the
man.
way I felt
We'll pull the
when-
couch out.
The way I felt when Gabriel Jesus went down, I was like, no, this can't be happening. Like this literally is not happening.
Wait, did he go down?
ACL.
Yeah, but was he the first one?
He
Or
was,
it
he was
Havertz?
the last one we had. He was like the last one. He was
Gotcha.
what we had left. I was like, all right, we still got Jesus. You know, that I forgot where I was. They were just like, yeah, he went out. I was maybe on the radio. They're like, yeah, it didn't look good. I was like, what didn't look good? I was like, are you kidding? I'm like, we're gonna have to play Raheem Sterling a lot now, and I was just like, this.
Let me tell you how
I
that
feel like
goes.
he hardly played.
Dude,
Let me tell you
It
how
feels
that
like
goes.
Arteta's like, no.
Yo, he played. There was like he played like in one game where I think it was Girona, and it was like, man, I remember saying like, man, Sterling looked really good, but I also think it's just because Girona's really bad.
Yeah.
Just kind of just something to say about La Liga at no point. And then and I was like, and that was again, and he played again. You could just see like he was just trying to play catch up every time. And yeah, luckily Ethan was like, oh, okay, let's just play him because
Yeah.
we can't risk because Sterling has to play defense, and he just like looks like a kid flapping his arms out there and like falling on the ground like all the time. It's like. Yeah, so it was stressful, man. So, like, because then you're literally playing Chassard and center forward, wing, and center attacking mid, and, like, Odegaard has played just nonstop. You
Yeah.
can't, like, 'cause then they did Mourinho up there, and, like, thank God he was scoring some goals. You know, like, so I was just, that, right then, I was just, like, scratching my head, like, right then there, I'm like, well, I was like, we're gonna drop. We're gonna drop because then even with that, but then when Saka's down, Havertz down, Jesus was down, you still had Timber and California that were either hurt, knock, every other week. So it was just then Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah, the Gabrielle one was tough.
Icing on the cake. Like, tough, like, because you were, like, at the end of the season. So you're like, all right, you just got 5 games left. You know, you did all the hard work. And
how about his the ACL? Is he going to be able to start the next season?
It wasn't an ACL. It was a hamstring.
It was a hamstring. Okay.
The hamstring, the classic. I remember like going through the.
Everybody gets a hamstring.
That's what it. Going through the
hamstrings on
going through. Yeah, I remember saying something. I was going through like the rosters of the EPLs, and I was just like looking at all the injuries. It was hamstrings and ACLs.
Yeah.
Hamstrings and ACLs. It's every team was having those issues. Those were the nicks that were happening to everybody. So like.
It's like you guys got the Spurs sickness, like it.
Yeah,
it was just hanging around in North London.
It was again the Spurs, like their whole back. It was like
because they have the same things, like hamstrings, ACL.
And it was like their whole,
ACL.
all their defense. It was like their whole defense was
yeah.
out, and then Rodrigo had his ACL, but I was like. I was just kind of like, I don't know where we're going to grab them from. I was like, because, I mean, the academy players can only do so much. I mean, we only play one of them, but I mean, I don't see that, like, man, what are we going to do?
And it's very difficult to pull up an academy kid.
Yeah,
like, hey, we got Barcelona. Like,
well, they did that. They did that with Lewis Skelly, and
Yeah.
like Lewis Skelly didn't look great in that second game.
It's you know, you're.
But it's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
a 17-year-old, get out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And only like Yamal would be, yeah, okay, but it's a very specific mindset.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Most people wouldn't. Most people would lock up. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Some pros do, let alone a 17-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, and Ben White too. I guess I'm just thinking about he's been and like even though he played in a little bit, he looked good, but like I feel like with him he's on a time restriction because you don't know with him. He's been kind of like on the mend all season with it. I think with his hammies or something too. So
yeah, he hasn't been 100%.
Yeah, so
like all season.
So like, for what it is, it's kind of like I like it. I'm kind of relieved. We're at. I'm glad that part's over, and now we can just get the rest of it out the way.
Are y'all?
Man,
Just done with the season.
I was stressed, but like even because I was been happy either way. Cause even if we won that game, like all right, the game's on the 31st. That's still like time that'd still be a week after we play on that last day of the season on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that is a reasonable. Like that's cool. Like at least that's a.
Are you all in the Club World Cup?
No.
No. It's
Thank
like,
you.
Who is it?
Take some rest.
It's
Take
like
a rest.
Man City.
Thank you,
and
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
I still don't even know. Like, Man City qualified from like 2 seasons ago, though, right? Or
I don't know.
Same with Chelsea. I don't know how they did it.
So it's really strange how they did it.
But like us and Arsenal did it. Like Liverpool and Arsenal did it.
How did
Which I'm fine with.
again? I don't actually remember how Chelsea. Because remember, Inter Miami won, and there's like other teams that were in it and they didn't win anything. So
Yeah.
I don't really.
Well, but Messi, that's that Messi power.
Yeah,
That's,
true.
yeah.
That's a good. Yeah, true. So yeah, we have nothing. We have nothing in summer except just having the
Yeah.
new
The travel, the
the new
travel.
edu. Yeah.
What
the new
is
edu
what
go
is
to
your
work.
all's travel? If you
We're
know,
going to-
is
we're
it
going to
China this year again?
I think we're going to China.
We're going
or
to
Australia.
Like Liverpool's going to Asia also, but like I feel like
guess
we're
you
going
could-
to like the Philippines and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure
could be wrong.
what United. I think United's doing the same thing. They're going to China, then they like
Oh,
Australia.
you guys are
and
coming
then-
here.
No, they loop around back over here,
Oh.
and then they go back. They'll do. I think it's
my
L.A.,
goodness.
Dallas, New York. and then
Yeah,
back
That's
home.
right. They
Something
did. There's you guys are you guys are literally playing a game 3 days like after the season
Yeah.
or something like that. And somewhere I forgot
Yeah.
where. but
What?
Yeah.
After the season starts?
After the season ends,
season
they're
ends.
playing.
Oh, I was
yeah. After the season ends, they're literally going to. They have a scrimmage somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it's
a friendly somewhere
so-
already
yeah.
planned. Cha-ching,
Okay.
cha-ching,
And
cha-ching.
I remember they came out and said they need to do it because they need the money.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
I mean, you got to fix the
the
leaky.
mighty
you gotta-
man. You
got to
huh?
fix the leaky roof, man. You got to fix the leaky
Jeez,
roof.
let it leak.
I wonder.
yeah.
They which is funny. They can't do that now because you have to play in the final. Oh wait, no, the final's on the
All right,
21st.
yeah. Yeah.
You
so
playing.
You're just playing.
Y'all playing.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Get out there and
my-
dance.
I think that's the new Manchester United.
You want vacation?
We're happy. We're happy
You
with
gotta pay-
15th. We're happy with 15th place.
You got to pay that Rasmus Hoyland's
Yeah. No.
weekly wage.
And Raheem Sterling's, who's over here with you guys.
You mean Marcus
No.
Rashford's the one.
Rashford. Yeah.
Rashford.
Rashford. Yeah. I mean,
No, well, he's at West Ham. I think you guys traded
He's
him.
at Villa.
I don't know. We're paying like 3.
All those
4
purple jerseys are the
contracts.
same to me.
Right.
3 or 4 contracts.
I would have took him over Sterling.
I mean, it's nuts. It's
Yeah.
nuts out there.
Goodness.
Yeah, those are the choices that Ineos and the Glazers have made. Where, I like I said, I'm at a loss for words. Like I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the decisions are. Like example, we bring in an Almiron like the way they did with no way. It is the saddest thing to have Almiron like come out like 3 days later, 4 days later, give a press conference and be like, "Yeah, this is bad.
It just seems very.
This is really, really bad."
Yeah, a lot of the decisions for Man U, now that we're digressing, Brett, the decisions for Man U just seem so very reactionary. Like, oh, he's available.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronaldo's there. Let's do that too. Why
yeah,
not?
the
Like,
Ronaldo
it's like,
thing that was
wait,
just like, what are you doing? Like,
but you got a good thing going on here. Now
Yeah.
you're gonna mess it all up for this.
yeah, look, yeah. I mean, we weren't on Manchester United, but I guess we are now.
But at the end of the day, Tim, but here's again talking about Europe, but there's the 2 teams that both have these manager quarrels, but it could potentially be in Champions League and facing each other. It's
Manager quarrels like between each other.
like Spurs, Ange, and Almiron.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
oh.
Like
That's fair.
and now you really have the
Because
battle
what
of
do
the
you
2 coaches.
do there? Because if Ange wins, do you still sack him? I would, but maybe
No,
you
no.
don't because it's the first first trophy they've
That's
had in.
what this is.
I
years.
can't.
He
I can't
always
speak
says-
for Tottenham fans. I can't speak for Tottenham side of it, but
No.
for Manchester United, no, you're not going to get rid of Almiron. At this point, look, hit the brakes, stop, think about your situation. What are you going to do? Because then you're going to have to pay out Almiron as well. And I think we're still paying Mourinho. Like
How much do you guys owe that old man?
his contracts are never cheap, right? And then he never finishes his contracts because he throws players under the bus and he throws ownership under the bus. So,
He may be finishing that Fenerbahce contract.
Bless Mourinho.
it's one of those things. I think he's still getting paid from the first club.
As long as he doesn't come to my club, God bless that man.
Yeah, he's doing God's work in Turkey. I'll tell you that.
Like it's what I told you. Like as soon as they signed Mourinho, I was like, oh
yeah.
man, oh no,
Yeah, I
oh
remember
no.
that.
And it was like, well, he's gonna win you a title. Of course, he's gonna win his title. And then
Did he win you something?
You
destroy
guys
the
definitely
team.
got it. You got to
You got Europa right out of him.
I think it was Europa. Yeah,
I think I just have, you guys definitely keep him, but it's like
Yeah.
the Spurs fans. I just really want them to keep it. I think that they're trying. Oh no, he's gone definitely. Even if they win, I was like, well, didn't he say he always gets a trophy his second year? So
Yeah,
if
that's
he
what I was gonna
gets-
say.
So if he
Yeah,
gets
he
this
said that,
trophy,
yeah.
and I'm actually,
Imagine he does it. Oh,
if he doesn't, he's gone. If he does, I hope he keeps him because I just like the way he coaches because I think his stubbornness is just not good for the EPL.
No.
And me being a Gunners fan, I hope the Spurs keep him forever.
I hope they keep. I hope they're like try to renew his contract. And he's like, you know what? Nah.
No,
and he just
right,
walks.
and then he just walks.
He's like, peace. I'm out.
Just goes, leave.
See you in the funny papers.
Yeah,
but
goes right. He's like the next Rangers coach.
Yeah.
And that's
Straight
the
up.
crazy thing, right? So we're ending up with a final, the Europa Cup final, where it's like 15th place playing 14th place or something like that.
15th to
or
16th.
Yeah, 15th and 16th place, which is worse. And both of these coaches, I don't think Almiron has a job on the line. What is his name for sure? Ange for sure has the job on the line. But if he does get the trophy, let's say he does get
You
that
have
trophy.
to keep him because I wouldn't, but you kind of have to because he's the first coach to win you a trophy since what 2008, 2007.
I'll be the
something
first
like
one
that?
to
It's been a long
co-sign.
time since they
It's
won
been a
I'll be the
while,
first one to
and it's a
co-sign, too.
European trophy. You can always hold that over Arsenal because you're going to be that petty as a Tottenham
We don't
fan.
have a Spurs fan in here, but
Until they win something.
From what I've been reading on social media and seeing on social media, like the fan base is cut in half.
Yeah,
Half
that's
love
for Tottenham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
half love him, the other half
that sounds
hate him.
exactly right.
And it's just like, okay, so then if he gets you the trophy, like what,
and actually, it's funny because I think here's the thing: is the guy who's leading the race for them too, and is Scott Parker, and I like Scott. I like
Yeah.
Scott Parker, but like Did he not coach for who did he coach for West Ham? Who did he coach for in the EPL already and they got relegated? So like so it's funny that they want to grab him, which I was like, yeah, go ahead and grab him because he tried before, and didn't go all that well. So it's kind of like I'm like you're kind of just picking because you already don't have many options.
I mean, it just has him as Fulham 2016-2017.
Fulham, he was coach of Fulham.
But I don't know if that's management. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, it's that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Scotty. Yeah, Scotty. He played in the center mid for Tottenham. I think he got called up to England a few times. He looks like a MI6 agent from he
really does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he looks like he'd be Bond or something. It's crazy. Very good looking individual. Yeah, and he's like.
But you bring up a good point. If you do get rid of him, who do you bring in?
Yeah,
you know, Scott Parker. I doubt it. I mean,
I think he just got promoted with Burnley.
Oh, that's what it is.
So you know how they love to get those coaches that got that team promoted.
Yeah, he's getting promoted right now, but I mean he's got credentials.
Yeah, he does.
Club Brugge, Bournemouth.
That's what it was. Club Brugge.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth. Yeah, he did a good job
and Fulham.
I remember. Yeah.
So he did coach at Fulham.
Yeah,
I thought he did like a pretty good job at both places.
Yeah.
I could see them let's say they get rid of Ange. I could see them trying to pry Areola out of Bournemouth.
Oh, it looks like he was doing the under 18s at Fulham from what I'm writing here.
Speaking of Bournemouth, I can see them. I feel like Bournemouth is going to get picked apart this summer, transfer wise.
Yeah, I mean they still have a potential chance to be somewhere in Europe if the last 3 games and all these places that are going to be available.
Yeah.
So I mean it's like one of those things too. It's like who would need a coach and like who's willing to lead these teams, because again, like if we're saying like how the EPL still got to be like plenty of advertising, because you could be in 8th or 9th spot and still be in Europe somewhere.
Yeah.
And that could be a pretty consistent thing for the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't necessarily have to leave a Brighton or a Newcastle or a Bournemouth. You could stay around, and it seems like the more and more of these games that some teams are playing, other teams not, like it seems like it's more competitive in the EPL. Liverpool and Arsenal, they may be up there for a while, but all these games that come up, and you slip up a little bit with all these other teams playing well.
Right.
I mean, it makes for a more exciting league.
Mm-hmm.
So why not be in this league? You're being stuck in the same rotation of, let's say, Bundesliga, or you go to French league, and we all know what happens there. So it's just like where would you want to be at? Do you want to go take it easy? You go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I mean, those coaches over there are going through it.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But yeah, I mean that league though is pretty insane to watch, because you do have literally your top 3 teams that are just miles ahead of the remainder of the league.
Yeah.
I would say that those top 3 teams could compete, maybe against La Liga squads, maybe against lower Serie A squads, maybe not an EPL championship, maybe. But
I watched
the rest of them. I mean, not good.
Ivan Toney and whatnot. I watched the game yesterday. There was Al Nassr playing Benzema's team, so it was Ronaldo versus Benzema.
Right.
And game was like it was hilarious because Ronaldo's team was up 2-0 and they blew it and lost like 3-2.
Oh, I saw.
And
that,
it's just
It was for like their Champions League, right?
Yeah, so they're at now, and they're just like out of the Champions League spots too. And it's just nothing but all the stars just doing this, throwing their fists and hands up, and just like what I'm saying, everything's nothing is petty. This is bad pass, this that, all the refs this gets taken off, doesn't want to be taken off. Like I was like, man, how would you even deal with this, man? And it's such a weird, it's so, I'm not gonna say it's slow by any means. It's just like, and it's not necessarily bad. It's just like you can tell, like some of these guys are just like, I'm not really exerting myself fully.
Right.
I'm maybe giving you 85. Yeah, maybe giving you 85%. But I'm definitely not going to hustle for that ball.
Yeah.
You play that ball a little too fast, I'm not running that thing down. I'll look at you and give you the, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like that's kind of the what it is. Because even when Duran's over there, man, like he kind of started off killing, but even he kind of like seems like he like kind of like I'm here now. I'm getting paid. I can take my foot off the pedal a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So like when Shaqiri came here.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, right.
Shaqiri's balling out right now.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like now he's playing great. I was like, oh, okay, so you came and got your millions, and got your advert time, and went on. Which that's a tactic that you can use nowadays. Which is something that we can talk about because Trent Alexander was getting a lot of heat from those fans for possibly just going to Real Madrid, just taking that money bag.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why fans get upset about that. I mean, it's the modern soccer. It's the modern football.
When it comes to Trent, it's been the reaction has been. I guess I can understand it on one end because it's like, oh, you're betraying us. You're going over there. I kind of see it. I don't know how else to say it. I'm more adult about it. I'm kind of like I'm not jaded by somebody rejecting me. I'm kind of like, who cares?
But it's not really rejection. I mean, he
won
your trophies.
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is like the response feels like that, like this girl is breaking up with you because she found somebody new. It's like, dude, get over it. Like he wants to go experience something else. Let him
and get paid.
It's not like. And here's the thing. People are like, well, we didn't get any money for him. I'm like, would that really have softened the blow? We got money for Coutinho, and we still hate Coutinho. We got a lot of money for Coutinho, and we still hate Coutinho. So would that have really changed anything? The dude got us two league titles, a Champions League, so many different domestic league cups, let alone everything else. And he entertained you for how long? 10 years? 7 years? 8 years?
While, yeah.
And he didn't push for a move.
Yeah.
He finished his contract and left.
Right, exactly. That was kind of weird too. I was like, why are they coming out about the money thing? Because did they even say? I don't think anything's came out about money. I thought.
What would we have gotten? No, so in the winter window, the rumor was that Real Madrid threw like 20 million and said, "Hey, we'll take him now."
Right.
And it was seen as an insult and so on and so forth. What would we have gotten him in his final year of his contract? 40 million, maybe in the last summer.
Yeah, maybe.
At best.
Yeah.
Are we really going to hate and destroy his legacy for less than $50 million? No, I'm not. Others can, and I'm not going to tell them how to respond to it.
I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't. I don't.
Yeah. 40. Yeah, 40. Yeah, 40 would have been kind of a slap in the face. I mean, no, you got to give me more than that. Buddy.
No, for sure. I mean, he's worth.
Well,
he's worth a lot, but it's like that's what he wants to do. So like, I can understand people feeling hurt and saying like, "Oh, he's betraying us. He's leaving us for a rival," so on and so forth. I'm kind of like, if it was like Michael Owen or Stephen McManaman who did that, who left Liverpool to go to Real Madrid to win trophies. I don't know if they did. I can't remember.
Well, Michael Owen got injured like pretty much right away.
Yeah. So I kind of get that. That I see as being kind of like you pushed for a move to get out of here, like Coutinho did to go to Barcelona, or even Luis Suarez. He did the same thing.
Yeah.
And he's more beloved than how people are responding to Trent right now. Yeah. He pushed for it too. He never wanted to come to Liverpool, and he's even said so himself in interviews. He's like, it was just a stepping stone to get to this.
Mm-hmm.
Trent's been here for 20 years. And he's giving us everything, and he's just kind of like, well, I'm 20. I'm gonna turn 27. How about if I go do something else with my life before I don't have the chance to? I'm like, yeah, go for it, because the difference between those players, Luis Suarez and all them, and Owen and McManaman, is he got us a bunch of trophies. So it's not like we didn't get anything from him. Mm-hmm. We got nothing from Owen or McManaman or Luis Suarez, except for like a couple of bite marks on some players, Yeah,
it's just a really weird position. I mean, come on with the modern game. If the owners can get out there and put players through nonstop activities, nonstop playing, you play twice a week, every week till your contract is done. Then at the end, if you say, hey, you know what, I fulfilled my contract, I'm going to go get my money.
Well, yeah.
I don't see what the issue is.
Yeah, because the response has been like, oh, he's greedy. He's going to go and get a bonus for a signing on bonus. So he sold his legacy for the bag. Meanwhile, on the other end, the same supporters are mad because we didn't get money for him, but he's the greedy one. I'm like, well, but you're kind of being greedy too because you wanted money for him. It's kind of the same thing. You wanted the money that he's getting to come to Liverpool. We're gonna get more than $150 million for winning the league.
Yeah.
But you're forgetting that because Trent. It's like he helped you win a ton of money this season,
including
dude.
this league and then the previous league that you guys have won.
Yeah, it's like
It's
come
pretty
on.
insane.
And what is that? That's a drop in the bucket for what we really need for this transfer market coming up. It's not like we're poor.
No.
Come on,
No.
just stop it. You're not gonna ruin his legacy for that. Come on.
And you flip that money and use it for the replacement, who's could be Anthony Robinson. So
Yeah.
Yep. Which
just
is
like
gonna
for
be
like.
definitely a dual proposition.
It's gonna be interesting when it comes to Liverpool as far as like transfers go, but we can get into that later. I suppose.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. While we're talking about people fulfilling the contracts and moving on, just the last question. So for Arsenal side, the season just because of injuries and other things didn't turn out the way it was, or the way you thought it was going to be at the beginning of the season, or the way a lot of Arsenal fans thought it was going to be at the beginning of the season. Where would you see, and where do you think Arsenal and Arsenal fans stand with the Arteta question? Is he going to be the one that's going to be able to push you guys into that position to win trophies, or is this as high as he's going to be able to get you guys to go?
Yeah, I think he is going to put us in the position. I mean, there's someone was talking about the other day. It's like, man, if you think about the crazy run that City put on the past couple of times to what we're doing, like it's very rare that a team puts out the many points as we did and be finished in second place. Like it'd be like most leagues you'd win the league if you put up points like this, but Man City was doing the glorious Man City. They're unbeatable, right? Give or take of whatever comes out about whatever.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, whatever comes out on the road that comes down, it's like whatever comes out the citations, which is whatever. So yeah, man, I think we just keep getting closer and closer, man. And now it's the one thing is it's just like now we have to adapt to. And the thing is, I think we have a manager that's going to adapt to what everything's going to now. Is with now it's your team has to get deeper, unfortunately. So it's like and I think we have the right person in bringing in this new guy. From oh my God, where did he come from? I forget.
Didn't he come from Spurs?
No.
Or did Edu go to Spurs?
Edu went to the Nottingham Forest guys group. The owner of that dude, this evil villain, big chubby guy. He's like working with him now.
As a new manager come in or a new player?
New like the player development, like he's part of like their whole
director of football or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he does. Like he took their basically the same job he had with us. He took it with them because they own like a few different clubs, like Olympicanos and Nottingham Forest. So like, but I think I think, and if we get again, if it's like this freak season that we haven't had a season like this in a while where all these injuries happen, I think we've been. It'd be more of a title race, and I think we would be made that Arsenal, Inter Milan Champions League finals. So like now it's just like again, if we get the few more pieces that we do need, and we don't have a season where everyone's gonna have 2 or 3 injuries. I get that.
Yeah,
5 or 6. Oh my gosh, that I like long term ones too. I should say, not just 5 or 6. Oh, knock here, knock there. Yay, bro. We got 6 ACLs, 4 hamstrings. Like,
is it Andrea Berta
Berta? Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I think so.
From Sporting?
Yeah, I think he's from Sporting. Yes.
Everybody
comes through Sporting.
So yeah, I think yes, and all the targets seem like we're looking for the right people. So yeah, man, it's just getting the squad a little deeper, then hoping that again, just. Hoping the bug doesn't come back.
One of the issues that I see with Arteta is he doesn't change much. He's kind of run the same thing the entire season. He kind of ran the same thing the entire season before. Even his substitutions are very repetitive. Do you think that other managers are going to catch on to this and then just be like, hey, you know what? We got his number now?
No, it's more of catching on to the players. Rather than that, you can still have the same style. If you can't really stop it, or because like it's kind of different. Like a lot of EPOs kind of same style with us, where we get the ball and they all sit in. But that's pretty much what everyone does, and then they try to go to the counter. Literally, that's everyone does because when your team is up, has the ball for so long. I mean, the only thing you can do is sit there and counter, and that's how 85% of the games go. So, no, actually, and I don't think, and unless we start losing more games and going further down the table, doesn't really seem like too many people have an answer for us. It's more of like our own mistakes, to be honest with you. So no, not at all. Like it's not Arteta's fault. Saliba made an error and got chipped. The keeper got chipped. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not his fault. I mean, every team's playing the ball at the back. I would love to see us play more long balls, but yeah, no, I'm not going to put anything except the sub. I would like the first use. I love the 5 sub rule. So personally, me, and maybe this we have maybe even if we're comfortable putting the players in those positions, because I was like, Odegaard plays way too much.
Yeah.
But we also didn't have anyone else that couldn't play there. But yeah, we did, because we was playing Mourinho there. But when Havertz was actually playing behind him too, because we were using that situation. But when he goes down, then when Saka went down, and that was just like, I was just like, man, and you can't just go buy someone. That was that conundrum in January. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna spend a bunch of money on someone because we desperate, or do we just say, hey, you know what? People are still having trouble with us. We might as well ride this out and just wait for the summertime. Yeah. And it turns out it worked out.
No, it was going to be very difficult for you guys to find a player on the cheap in that window, because everybody knew that you needed someone. So everybody's like, just drive the price up.
Right.
Just drive the price. They're going to pay it. If they're going to pay it, they're going to pay it.
Yeah, right. How much you really want for? Oh, throw $20 million on it. Like, and I get it. I do the same thing. Oh, you need this player? Go ahead and marinate it for you.
Yeah.
See how bad you really want it. And it's part of the game now, right? I respect it. So yeah, I mean, I think depending on who we get this summer, how many people we get, we made the right decision by not spending a ridiculous amount of money on someone that. Who knows? Like, I mean, not like Tottenham. I remember Tottenham. I was like, "Ooh, that Matthias Tail dude from Bayern Munich's available. Let's get him." And good thing we didn't do that.
Yeah,
he's been awful.
How much did that Marmouche guy go for at Man City?
Who?
Oh man,
the guy who's been scoring for Man City left and right.
He did 68. Didn't they 60 years when they spent 200 million in the January window?
Oh yeah, they did.
So,
but Marmouche specifically
he was 65 or 70.
Yeah. Let me look it up. You guys.
Yeah, he was 65 or 70.
I think he might have done all right with you guys. I don't know if you guys were willing to spend that much. Man City would probably like outbid you, but
which then they need him, and I also think he fits their style.
Manchester City signed Omar Marmouche from Frankfurt for initial fee of 70 million.
Oh, there it is.
Euros, 70 million euros, so 59 million American.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, 59 million pounds. Sorry. Which included add-ons.
I don't know. Havertz wasn't hurt at that point, right?
Yeah.
But you guys needed. I don't know. I feel like if you guys had a striker, you would be in the finals. I think you would be closer to the title race.
And I would like to see when. I feel like Gabriel went down in January, so it was also just like, oh no, like it's just kind of just like
bad timing.
Bad. The timing of this is just incredibly. I think it happened during Boxing Day time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
because now it's like, who are the targets now? 'Cause I assume you guys are gonna go for a striker.
Well, I think so. It looks like, which I think was, it seems like, which I kind of dig, which I would do is like, we're like, okay, I think we're like, we got everyone back healthy, but with everyone's back healthy, we don't need to go spend too much money for let's say an Alexander Isak, and I think we're going for the cheaper targets, say as the Victor Gyökeres, yeah, or even the Sesko, which I'm like cool with those two, because I do like Gyökeres. He gets his head down and kind of dribble the ball himself, and I just like Sesko's size. I'm a big I love big forwards.
Yeah.
And I miss Drew so much. I missed him so much, man, and I think that's, and I see kind of Mourinho's not the big, but he kind of, that the big target forward is just something that we can need, and Sesko's fast too, and he has a cannon.
Right.
He's and he seems to be a pretty healthy guy too. So
he went down January 12th against Manchester United in the FA Cup match.
Who did?
Jesus.
Okay.
So yeah, January 12th. So you're right. look, it's crazy. Yeah, that's right in the middle of that window. Like at that point, you don't even have scouting reports ready. Like you don't have, if you weren't even thinking about it, like you're not gonna just rush into.
Yeah,
we need
no.
to get that guy.
Yeah, no, and especially not going to pay Nico Williams money in January for
No.
that. You know? So, which, I mean, who knows what's going on with that? Man can talks trash, don't even show up to the game.
Wait, were you guys looking at Nico Williams?
Yeah, we're part of the Nico Williams train, which everyone seems to be. But like I was like telling him, I said to him, even here is like he came out, he was saying something about Man United, I guess, the other day, and it turns out like him and his brother didn't even play. Like, it was, it's like so. Yeah. So like, but yeah, I like those two over everything. I don't want to spend. I'm not trying to break $100 million over $100 million for a forward.
Do you have a lot of people coming into the end of the contracts right now, or you
just like 2 years? I mean, Saka's about to sign his. Saliba's good for 2 more years. I think they did a good job of blocking all that up. Anyone that's like that doesn't have their contract is, I think, someone that we won't be booty hurt if they leave. Like for me, I wouldn't. If Martinelli we sold him, I would not be upset. I'd be like, hey man, you did a great job here. I'm glad you did your nice run here, and best of luck.
I don't see Martinelli sticking around.
I would. I'm not against it
For the summer.
I'm not against it.
I think he's getting traded because
I would put him on the block.
If from the games that I've seen, the Arsenal games that I've watched, the matches that I've seen, he's probably the most hyped and yet least.
He's the most. I think. I feel
I'm just not impressed. And his position playing is just.
There are gays I really do think I'm like, oh, he's the most. Like he's one of those found out wingers in the league. Like, but then he'll have his moments where he had a couple runs where he was scoring like every other game, and yeah, but it is like I feel like he's very. You can read him. You can read him like a book. Kind of, he does the same thing. Yeah, and if he does get value, that's SOL. But he's kind of he's kind of does the same thing all the time.
Yeah, and then like the way he runs in through the gaps and stuff like that, it's just not efficient. Yeah. And what Saka was yelling at him. Saka was yelling at him like, look, I need you on the inside. You're always on the back outpost. You're not going to score from out there. Like, I need you to be cutting on the inside.
I feel like he struggles with his runs because for some reason how fast he is and the fact that sometimes like the ways that we get caught out, and was like I don't know how we can't use him with that because like I remember when he first the first game he came like and he's still young when the first games he came and he scored a few goals where he was just outright fast.
Yeah, he was good,
and you could have him on that. And he's not like slow by anything, but he was like I feel like we used him more for those diagonal runs, or we had him on that line where he was like, hit that ball and he could run. Which, I feel like he struggles with when he needs to make that run, or he's not looking at the right times to make it. And then I wish he got better with his left foot. For some reason, I know it's weird to say.
Yeah, I was going to say that his dribbling is all one-sided.
The issue that I've seen with him is that he burns a lot of people because he's really fast and he's a pretty good dribbler. But when he goes on the outside like that towards the baseline, he doesn't cross. He's looking for the cutback.
He gets cut back.
And that's what makes him predictable. I agree. He needs a left foot.
Yeah, he's kind of got that Anthony syndrome where it's like, well, we know what you're going to do. Because you have a weak foot. So we know you're going to come back on this.
He's got a Doku thing.
If you notice too, sometimes he dribbles. Sometimes he dribbles. He dribbles towards the outside. Like he kind of like instead of going like sometimes he's going towards the corner. It's like where you going, my man? Like you need to be going.
How is he on the right? Does he play a lot on the right?
The funny thing is I think he actually had a good run when Saka was out. And he was before he didn't get for Gabriel Porter, and he was actually I thought he was kind of roaming around, and they didn't have to stick him out left, and I was, and I'm like I kind of like why not put him all right so he can actually cross the ball.
Yeah, because Arteta's too stubborn to change his ways. Yeah. Like he likes them where they are in their positions.
He is risk averse sometimes.
Yeah. Like he will not take a chance.
Yeah, because I feel like
that's like he took a chance because we had injuries. I don't think he wanted.
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I was about to say. Like until he was forced to play Wayne Area.
Right.
But then he played and was like, oh wait, I got a gem on my hands. I should play him a little bit more. But it took that. It's like, oh, maybe you should just give him some minutes anyway.
He's got to change that.
Yeah.
Well, let's get some predictions down real fast. Let's start with the two EPL teams in Europe. What do you guys think between Manchester United and Tottenham? I mean, I might just have more laughs in this game than I'd be like into it because
I can't tell you, man. Honestly, this might be a great game, just because of
in
how
such a very bad way.
because they're so equally crap. Like it's like this might be
bad.
like a very interesting game to watch.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna say
maybe Maguire, just shows up again and it starts coming out of his shell a little bit more.
But I mean, both teams are gonna want this. Spurs especially.
Both teams need this.
That's what I'm saying.
Both teams need this, and both
they're gonna be
managers
desperate, and
managers,
that'll make
yes.
for fun watch.
Yeah, I think I like Man U in this game. To be honest with you, I like Man U in this game. And the thing is, it's like I feel like you're not gonna be able to tell, like even watching your last three games, what to think because they're both in 15th and 16th place respectively. So like it's not like they're gonna be going hard in the last like three games. They're not really playing. They're not gonna get relegated. They're not gonna make it. So it's like. They have 3 weeks to kind of dwell on this, and you're just gonna see. You're not gonna be like,
at this point, it doesn't. For both these
Champions League.
For both these clubs, it does not matter where they finish on the table. It doesn't matter. Like at this point, it doesn't matter.
This is a game that advances you to go. You know, you collect your 200. Like this is I can't imagine Man U will go nuts. But like, what's funny about these two teams is that both teams don't necessarily have terrible players. Like you have players who can play, who are actually. I mean, I'd take some of these players from these teams into Liverpool. I'd take Bruno.
Son?
I'd take Bruno.
You can't have Bruno.
I'll take.
But
Bruno.
no, but this is what I'm saying.
That's not. You
there
can't
are
take
some
our
good-
only good player.
But no. But this is what I'm saying. Like you guys do have. It's not like it's just not good at all whatsoever. Yeah. There's good players on both sides. So it's a weird phenomenon.
I'd take Son.
I mean, look at.
I'll take Son. I'll take Romero.
Yeah, Romero, I guess. Yeah.
Look at Spurs. They have like a plus. What is it? Like a plus 10, in goals or something like that. But they're like in 16th place. Yeah. It's such a weird and they've lost like 18 games, but they've scored like a hell of a lot of goals. They were leading the league for a while in goals scored. It's some weird. Mathematical thing about how they've gone about this season, but they have a team that they have a good team. They have good players. They don't have a good team, I should say. That's why I think like this final is going to be so interesting because it's both equally just bad, but I can't really explain why they're as bad as they are right now.
Yeah, I feel like Tottenham did get a little easier road to the Europa League final than Man U did too. So I give Man United kind of props to like making it this way. Like I mean, I thought when they played with Bilbao, I was like, ooh, I thought Bilbao was gonna give it to them. So they were like, yeah. And then with them when they got that red card and they went into 3 goals on the road, I was like, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So Tottenham is looking at. Let's look at that because I got to scroll up and down since they're so far down the table. So they're looking at 63 goals for the season with a 6-goal differential.
Now look at everybody around them.
Yeah, they're all -9.
Exactly.
Like United is -9.
That's what I'm saying.
Everton is -7. And Wolves are -11, and Wolves are on top of both of us. Like this is just ridiculous. And it's about the wins and losses, right? So it all comes down to wins and losses. And of course,
who's 17 right now again?
17?
Wolves, right?
No.
They're
Wolves
above.
are 13.
Wolves are 13.
Whoa.
Yeah.
West Ham.
That's right.
Sitting at
Yes,
17.
trash bags. Isn't that is great? That's so funny.
And that's what's crazy is that West Ham was doing very well at the beginning of the season.
Man,
and then they got rid of Moyes and they brought in Potter, right?
Yeah, and then it just all went kaput. It just did not work out for them. But it doesn't matter because the bottom 3 were so bad that West Ham is still.
West Ham is like shoes you buy off the street in New Jersey. They're
5 points. They're 5 points ahead.
Or like a suit, like you get that for like $40. Or they like, oh yeah, it is Gucci. It's like it's just not it's not their product, bro. It's not. It's a faulty.
Is Southampton the worst team that's ever played? They've only They've only gotten 2 points.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Stop. No.
What am I
They've
looking
got
at?
like
Hold on,
11.
hold on, hold on. Let me look at
They've
it.
got like 11 points.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the one. Okay, I was looking at the one. They do have double
Don't do
digits.
Ramsdale like that.
They
play.
barely got double digits.
Now here's the thing. I might have asked this last time.
Don't do
I don't
Ramsdale
remember
like that.
who. I know Derby County has the record for the worst team. I just don't remember how many points they ended on.
No, I don't know.
They might be
I can
tied.
look that up.
Shoot,
Yeah, it's
I was
11
like,
points.
I'll look it up.
2 points.
Now I'm interested.
like, goodness. Goodness gracious.
Okay, so you got who then for you?
I got
you got
Man
Man
U.
U. Sebastian, who do you got for this final?
just based on tradition alone,
Uh-huh.
Spurs are gonna tot it up. So I think it's gonna be Man U.
Yeah, I'm going Man U on this one as well.
Yeah.
Of course. And I simply because on paper, like this is definitely a draw. Like this is just not, it might be like Sebastian saying a fantastic watch because of how bad it might
Yeah,
be.
no,
it's
this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my
it's-
popcorn and whatnot.
You know what's? I mean, it's interesting too. Now I actually say that because that makes it kind of. So if you look at, I was looking the other day like the battle for Europe spots, like basically like the 5 Chelsea, like those like the last 3 games some of these teams are playing, especially in the 5, 6 areas, 7, 8 are like the ones that they're big games. Like I'm pretty sure like Chelsea
in league. You mean?
Yeah, I mean, and like I'm pretty sure the last day of the match day, I think Chelsea and Nottingham Forest play each other.
All right. So what United has coming up in league is West Ham. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll up here.
All right, just to chime in
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Derby is the worst with 11 points.
No, that's what West Ham is. So they're the same.
No, Southampton.
No,
Southampton.
Southampton.
Southampton. Okay.
For now, they still got.
So Southampton's the worst. Okay.
Yeah.
United's got West Ham. Then they got Chelsea. Then that's that. That from what I can see.
It's just
hold
those
on.
2 games, right? Yeah.
West Ham, Chelsea,
Yeah.
and then let me see if it gives me some more here. It should be 3 though, because
Yeah, you should have you should have another game.
West Ham, Chelsea, Aston Villa on the
Right.
25th at 10.
And I'm
Tottenham finishes the season with Brighton. And then before that, they are looking at, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
Those-
that's
those
crazy.
guys,
So
yeah.
like you're looking like, but that's like so like you see like on that 7, Aston Villa 7, right?
Yeah.
Their last 3 games, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Man United.
So yeah, they're trying to get into.
Yeah, they're in
champs.
7th right now, right? Yeah, it's and like I'm looking at it's like Nottingham Forest, like their last 3. They got
man.
Leicester, but then they play West Ham and Chelsea. And like it's like
Yeah,
I was-
that race is gonna be great.
it's pretty good actually. It's
Yeah.
pretty good because then even when Newcastle plays Chelsea, they play Chelsea Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yeah, then they'll play us.
Yeah.
They'll play us on the road, and then they play Everton.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
last,
rough.
That last fight, the fight for those last spots are going to be crazy.
It is
With Nottingham
intense.
Forest 1 point ahead of Aston Villa right now, with sitting in 6th place, and I think that's a Europa slot. It's not
yes sir.
currently a Champions League spot.
Yes sir.
But no, that you're looking at 3rd place. Yeah, 3rd place through 7th place. It's 67 points. 64 points and 60 points. That's the difference between 3rd and 7th.
And I would say if Bournemouth, if something happens, a miracle, I guess, and like if Aston Villa does like those run, they choke or they have ties. Like if Bournemouth beat Aston Villa for instance, and then they
Right.
play City, and it's something they got out of that, and they play Leicester last day of match day, which should be a win. You know what I'm saying? Like there's gonna be some people, they booty hoes gonna be
And
tight.
in the Champions League final, who do you guys have? PSG, Inter. What are you guys looking at?
I'm gonna go with Inter Milan.
Yeah, I had them as my dark horse a few weeks back before the Final Four, and I said Inter Milan just because there's this weird. It's not based on anything like scientific or anything, but there's this thing about how like if you make it to a final, you'll probably lose it if it's the first time you make it to the final, but the second time you have a better chance of winning it. Like Klopp did that with,
that
with
experience,
Liver,
yeah.
like Man City with Pep,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. Inzaghi's been to the final before, so I think that is based on anything. I'm not surprised that PSG made it to the final because after they played Liverpool, I was like, this team could definitely make it to the final. But Luis Enrique is an incredible coach. I think he's one of the best coaches in the past decade. But I think Inter Milan, as the old saying goes, defense wins you trophies. So I think that I think he's going to make it tough. It's going to be a great game, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just so well matched that it's going to be an entertaining game. I'd be surprised if it's a boring 1-0 or something. But
yeah, Inter Milan should have Pavard back too. I think they may have a few players back.
Right.
So
yeah.
So it's gonna
I'm
be
looking forward to it. But I think Inter Milan's going to finally get theirs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've won it before, right? So
Yeah.
So,
I'm just saying, under Inzaghi, yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely. I'm going to take Inter on this one as well. Simply just because I think their midfield looks just. I'm not going to say better, but just more equipped, more capable to move that ball. On top of that, the defensive game. I think Inter's got a tighter defensive game as well. As long as they don't make the mistake of parking the bus. Because I think that was one of the mistakes that happened against Barca, where you went ahead, and then now it's like, okay, we're going to do this defensive square out, and Barca was having none of that. And I don't think PSG is going to allow that to happen either. So they're going to, if it's one of those, the classic Italian style where we go up one, we're going to park the bus, and we're going to hold on, they're not going to pull it off. I think they have to keep if they come in attacking, they have to at least maintain that capability to move that ball up the field.
Yeah.
But just playing on your heels the entire time, I don't think that's going to work against PSG. It wasn't working against Barca. They had to come out the box. They had to score to beat Barca. It's going to be the same with PSG. You're just not going to be able to sit back and hold on.
I will say that they, for what it is, the Inter Milan game. When Inter Milan played Arsenal in the Champions League, and it was at Inter Milan. And even when they are probably I feel like they're the best team at parking the bus. They did a really good job of it.
Against
Arsenal, and just the
Arsenal.
style of play.
Arsenal.
They're really good. I will not, because they're just they do a really good job out of it. I'll give it to them. I don't like teams that park the bus, but they do a very, very, very good job of doing it, and it shows.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know if Inzaghi knows how to do anything else other than, I guess that's what I've seen Inter Milan. I haven't seen a lot of Inter Milan.
Well, but I mean,
I have seen.
they can move the ball up. The thing is that
they're good on the counter.
That mentality and that strategy, and I know it's a classic Italian soccer thing, where you go up 1-0 for the win, right? 1-0 is a win. That's the W. I think the game has changed quite a bit, and a lot of Italian teams are definitely changing that mentality, like AC Milan and so forth. It's not working out so well right now for AC Milan, but I think it will. But that classic 1-0, I get the win, I get the 3 points, and then I move up in the ladder or in the brackets, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the issue that he had, and Barcelona punished them for doing that. So every time the game would come to a draw, or Barcelona would bring it back into a draw, then they would open up, and then they'd start attacking again. Well, then why shut down the attack to begin with? If you're that afraid of your defensive line not be able to make it back against these kids, well, PSG is going to be a little bit more structured, a little bit more experienced. They're gonna find their way in.
I think but the alternative is, if you come out, I don't know if that back line can keep up with Doué or Dembele or Kvaratskhelia. Those guys are super fast.
Yeah.
So I don't think you want to be chasing them either. So I don't know.
I mean, it's
I don't know.
I mean, you're gonna have to play it in the midfield.
I was you say that's I guess their best test they just had was Barcelona.
Yeah.
I mean, you got those speedy dudes on the outside as well.
But the way they beat Barcelona was by coming out of that defense. By okay, now we have to come up, we have to attack.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting
and
to see.
You could say Yamal and Rafinha could be slightly better than those other the wingers they're about to face. So it does help.
What the advantage?
And Dumfries is nasty.
Dumfries is
so good.
What I can see though is, man, I can see Luis Enrique unlocking that box with that team.
Well, they got plenty of time to look, and they got nothing else going on.
That's why I'm so excited about this, man, because just to see how both teams react.
Because Inter Milan still has...
And you're looking at two managers that
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they've been here. They know what this is. They know what it's
Yeah.
going to be like, and they're getting their players ready for this. So
For sure.
there's no unexperienced manager here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's going to be an interesting watch.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Jamie, you're
Napoli's
right
gonna win
because
the league.
are they up already? Or I don't know what
No,
the points
Napoli is up by Napoli is up by 3 points, but just
Yeah.
like the teams they're about to play, I don't see them.
Inter Milan.
Yeah, they have a. Okay, so they actually have a So it looks like they have a game in hand. Or is it, am I tripping? It says 3 games. So they have to play Parma and Genoa, and then in Calgary, which is like I don't see Napoli dropping the ball against any of those teams.
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, then Inter Milan has to play again. Torino, Lazio, and
Lazio's been tough this season.
yeah. So like and Como.
So
So,
the
yeah.
Lazio's been beating the tough
Yeah,
game.
so yeah, Napoli's pretty much gonna win. So yeah, basically they can just
Interesting.
focus on that, focus on those games. So I think it could be a really good game. I also wouldn't be surprised if this game goes into extra time.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I can see that. I can
classic.
definitely see it.
Zero-
I can see like a
0-0
2-2 going in.
0-0
or something.
PKs.
No, I think it's gonna be like 1-1, 2-2. Like I can see that.
I do think that the Chelsea Real Betis game could be very interesting
Oh, for the
for the conference. I think
Conference final?
Go ahead. You gotta hit the commercials.
No, yeah, we'll definitely get talk to about this final game with Chelsea and Betis in the Conference League right after this break. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You are listening to Lumpen FC. See you in a bit.
This is Sadie Woods, and I'm bringing you Gridlock Sound Lab, Rush Hour Radio featuring house, Afro-Latin rhythms, world beat, disco, funk, soul, electro, and indie dance music. Gridlock Sound Lab, first and third Fridays at 4, only on 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio.
Weird Lady Music is now on Lumpen Radio every first and third and sometimes fifth Friday of the month at 7 p.m. My name is Baltazar, and I will be your host playing weird music made by ladies and music made by weird ladies across genres, geographies, and generations. Join me, citizens.
Have you ever felt there was more to this world than you could understand? Join me, DJ Heaven, for Spirit Worlds. Every first and third Wednesday from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Lumpen Radio. Spirit World is a showcase of sounds designed to transport you to another world. Spiritual world that we cannot see but feel.
Lumpen Radio is supported by the Museum of Contemporary Art Chicago. The MCA champions the new and unexpected in contemporary art and culture through its exhibitions, performances, programs, and collection. Located in the heart of downtown Chicago, the MCA boasts the award-winning MCA store, the Marisol Restaurant and Bar, a 300-seat theater, and a terrace sculpture garden with a great view of Lake Michigan. Every Tuesday, the MCA is open until 9 p.m. and is free for Illinois residents. The MCA also offers free admission for anyone 18 and under all year long. For more information, visit mcachicago.org.
You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. If you want to get in contact with us, hit us up at lumpenfcradio@gmail.com. Drop any comments or any questions that you have. You can watch us on Twitch at Lumpen TV. If you have any comments during the show, we will answer those comments that you place on Twitch. Follow us on Insta at Barra Brava Brewing Co. and Lumpen Radio. Barra Brava is a proud sponsor of Lumpen FC. Currently, you can find Barra Brava products at Mars Community Brewing in Bridgeport, Life on Mars in Logan Square, and The Barrel in Pilsen. We were just talking about Arsenal and Chelsea and
Real Betis.
Real Betis in the Conference League final,
yes.
right? What do you think about this game?
I think it's very interesting. I think it's gonna be actually a good match, and it's gonna be interesting to see what. what Chelsea does, because now that they've got Cole Palmer actually playing, they have like their full squad. So, and this is probably gonna be the toughest team to do face. So I'm just like I'm interested to see how they attack this game, and also like when this final happens, like what are all like what's like everything that's going on in the league, like who's fighting for what and how much it means to who.
Right.
It's gonna be. I think the implications for this game are like kind of like low key important. So
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of. I hope Betis takes this one.
Me too.
And simply because like this is like that small club who does everything that they can to make the right decision and properly spend every penny against Chelsea, who has an army of players spread around the world.
Plus,
just throw money at it and throw contracts at it.
It would be just so funny if Chelsea bottles this a tournament that they should win. You know, it'd be hilarious.
And I think that's and like I think like and for them was like, well, if they make it's like for them they're like, well, we make the Champions League. It's like do those group of players like if they like when they win or if they win that league, do they they care? Because like it's like the league's like every time like most time when they score in that league, it's like we're too good, we shouldn't even be here. You know, it's like that kind of thing shrugged off. But it's like I mean, you're still like fighting to get in to Europe and EPL, my man. Like you're not like
right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have a crown yet, my guy.
So
but like,
if Chelsea were to win this one,
Europa League opens up.
Well, but if they qualify for Champions, then the Europa League slot would open up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it wouldn't be a slot like in Conference League.
No.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I see.
That would open. Well, I guess the Conference League spot would open. Well, no, because there's already a Conference League team. Because I guess we'd still have that Conference League spot one. It would just open up a Europa League spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I forgot. I don't know if I forget if the EPL has an actual Conference League qualification if they have to do that. I think they just get right in because I think there are actually qualifications for the Conference League. So imagine what that's like.
That is on May 28th. Wow. Okay, so everything's at the end of May. Everything's at the end. Yep. It's going to be a tough weekend. It's going to be a tough weekend. Last 2 weekends are going to be a little rough. While we are heading into these finals. There has been quite a few uproars about the current refereeing in these tournaments. With Barcelona, very much so, stating their unhappiness with the refereeing at the last game that they played with Inter. I didn't really. Yeah, it was really tough for me to say like, oh yeah, that ref had a horrible day. Or the ref previous to that in the previous leg had a horrible day. Have you seen what Barcelona saw?
I was gonna actually I'm kind of on your same page. Even Real Madrid, I was like, I haven't really seen a game where the refs have been bad.
Real Madrid had an issue with the referee in La Liga against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, because they've had issues with that referee before.
Okay.
And that referee again started doing the stuff that he normally does. The referee thinks he's more important than the game, so that specific referee.
Okay.
That specific.
Other than that, I didn't see any I don't think any calls were necessarily wrong. I don't know. I feel like all the rest did their job.
Yeah, I don't remember thinking like the refs were getting in the way, but I was just so like entertained by the game.
Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth.
Maybe if I rewatch it, I'd be like, oh, maybe.
I mean, to me, it didn't seem like the referees were really doing any ridiculous stoppages. If anything, when the players were going down. But okay. When it comes to Barcelona and Inter, these were players that were definitely playing. I didn't see much of the classic, stop,
play the ref type of thing. Yeah.
Play the ref, kill the clock,
right.
get to the next game. That wasn't happening that much. But I didn't see the ref call. The ref was definitely calling, what anybody would call. The cards weren't ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Barcelona's complaint was. Did anybody read a report on why they were complaining?
Didn't sure, but I do. So the funny thing is, I forget. I sent it to the thread. It was like I think it was Gavi or Pedri who came out and said that UEFA should look at the refs. But
I thought it was the owner, the Tobias.
It was
Tabas or whatever
it was
his name is.
Javier Pedrini said it, and it was like, I mean, the thing was,
Because like, are players allowed to? Or
Oh
is
yeah,
that
you
just-
can say something. They said he said something on it like I'm not going to say too much or something like that. But I was like, I'm gonna bring it because you could get fined.
Right.
But it was kind of funny because if you bring it up here, he goes, someone about the refs that they took drugs, like they should look into. You ever should look into the refs. And then he goes, the next sentence was like, it also doesn't help that we gave up 7 goals. So it was like,
Yeah.
I was like, so what are we doing here? Like, are we?
That's probably more the
All
problem.
right, so this
Right.
is what it's saying on.
I guess
I hear you.
Barcelona has lodged complaints against referees. I'm not going to say that name because I'm just going to butcher that.
Nice.
Following their Champions League semifinal defeat to Inter Milan, citing several controversial decisions. They believe that they were that unfairly influenced the outcome of the match. The penalty awarded to Lautaro Martinez. Didn't he miss that?
Yeah.
And a potential foul against Lamine Yamal.
and where's that coming from?
This is just on
Oh,
Google. I
'cause,
just
like,
did a quick Google
The
search.
things like Eric Garcia was said. He supposedly defender says I've come 3 times to enter stadium and extraneous things always happen that don't go our way. Defender Eric Garcia. And then he was like, we all know what happened with these referees the last time we came here. It's not an excuse because we have conceded 7 goals. But he's like, and he goes, but yeah. Then all of a sudden he goes, it's unclear which decisions Barca felt should have gone their way. I'm like, so what do we?
Yeah. So here it says
I'm
that
unclear
all
about
the
it.
players, all the Barcelona players except one, criticized the referee's performance and expressed surprise at the consistency of the consistency of the referee's decisions. I think AI is just messing this one up.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna. Well, maybe I'll rewatch that game, but I don't remember.
Wow,
that
even the president got involved.
Of course.
Yeah.
Laporta also criticized.
That's the one. That's what I was thinking.
According to ESPN. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. FIFA doesn't or UEFA doesn't have anything in place where like the referees have to hold any press conferences or anything. So
let's say that the fix was in and the refs were rigging it or whatever.
Well, that's just par for the course.
Wouldn't they want Barcelona in the final instead of Inter Milan just for the global?
Well, I mean,
how
if
many
you
people
want
watch
to
that final?
cash in on people watching, yeah, you want
That's what I'm
Barcelona.
saying.
You want Barcelona and Real Madrid in the final.
I mean,
That's
it's the whole.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
2 billion people will tune in.
But Barcelona versus PSG definitely would also.
I mean, I just think it's ironic that they're talking about they're mad at the referees that they're all these like everything is coming out the past year and a half. Of this $1.5 million they pay these referees for
training.
Or something that Barcelona.
It was a consulting.
It was a consulting fee.
Yes.
And they kept the checks, which is what got them caught.
Yeah,
so like, why are you giving copies of the checks of your bribery?
So it was like maybe,
allegedly.
Yeah. So like maybe the refs didn't get their checks. So maybe
Well, see, that's also what's crazy. Is like, so Real Madrid got hit with that also several years ago because they would hand out the gift bags. They were just gift bags.
Who did?
Real Madrid. So they stopped doing the gift bag thing, and it was a Real Madrid gift bag, right? Like it was a bag that said Real Madrid, but it was like a Gucci Real Madrid bag,
lined with a lot of gifts.
No.
Right. Like because
all you had
can do that.
Allegedly.
The only thing the referee had to do was put it on eBay and cha-ching, so done. Inside would be like shoes and belts and
20 grand.
things.
Every other team gives them like a hacky sack and then the NFL the clothes and Barca.
Hacky sack full of diamonds.
Right. Okay, but we're talking about this type of controversy. I mean, that's something that's just been happening a long time in soccer. Period.
Yeah.
In football, global football, bribery and the manila envelopes being passed around. That's look, it's part of the history. Not saying that it's acceptable. I mean, look at what's happening with City. You know, you cooked your books allegedly, so you're getting hit for that, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Or the way you're doing you're spending on your advertisement, which isn't your advertisement, and it's not your shell company doing the advertisement, and just pushing money into your club.
Sure.
That's always been a part of this game. But in this, like, what they're trying to say, we're like, oh no, Lamine Yamal didn't get this call, or that penalty shouldn't have been called. It was like, oh, it was a penalty, like it was a foul in the box, or whatever, the handball or whatever it was. There's nothing that I would look at. It wasn't like, you know, the World Cup game in Korea, right? What was it, Korea against? I think it was Italy or England. I can't remember, where it was like, oh my God, these calls are just atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, how are these calls being made? It wasn't like that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm sure there's moments that I missed because I was working while I was listening to the game, but I don't remember it being like, oh man, that's really bad. It was just like, okay, maybe he's just calling this kind of game. That's what I felt more like. Oh, maybe he's just letting some things go. And for the most part, what I saw is that it seemed pretty balanced out. Like, oh, if he messed up here, he'll probably mess up, like, you know, so on and so forth. Like, it would balance itself out. But again, like, I would probably have to rewatch it to maybe, if I paid attention completely and be like, okay, maybe.
Because I don't remember after the game. Did they like run out the Did they run out the refs or anything after the game?
I didn't even see that. I
don't think. I was like, I don't remember that. It wasn't like, because I mean, we all know what happened with the Real Madrid game when Rudiger over here.
I mean, basically,
he went nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but like, so like, I don't remember.
No, but that last call that referee made that made Rudiger lose it.
What are you talking about?
He went crazy.
What was the call?
It was a non-call. It was a non-call. Like, there's, if anything, it should have been a foul at least. I mean, you could make the argument that it might have been outside the box or whatever, but the ball should have been Real Madrid's at that point. That was absolutely a foul, and the guy was just like, yeah, go on, whatever, play on. So that's what, and then not only that, so then everybody started complaining. Then the referee, like, okay, this is all, you know, hearsay basically, because it's all Reddit and people talking. The ref had said something to one of the managers or one of the coaches, basically like, I don't know what colorful language was used, but like, basically, get back in your box. You know, you're out your box, blah blah blah. In colorful language, I'm assuming. And then that's what set off everybody. And then he started giving yellows to people, and then that set off people more. And then I think that's when he gave Rudiger or whatever was the red, and then Rudiger just lost it. And you know, it took like 6 guys to hold him back.
Yeah, no,
it was bad. So
isn't he like bad for the rest of the season or something?
Yeah, he's 4 games, which is the end of the season. That's it. It's done. Yeah. But for Real, I mean, it's just Barcelona coming up, which means without Rudiger, we're just gonna get spanked.
That's this Sunday,
we have
right?
no defense. Sunday. That's this Saturday, I think.
No, I think it's Sunday.
Is it Saturday?
Sunday. It's Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day.
Sunday.
So yeah, a very very important game, because if we could beat Barcelona, then that gets us close. But I don't think, without Rudiger, I don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
That's kind of, I know that's. You say that because Mendy got hurt again, right? Yeah. Mendy came on in there, and that's
Mendy got on for 3 minutes.
Really?
Like, he started.
That's right. I remember that. He did his thigh or something in the first 10 minutes. Yeah.
And which
it's like the first play.
It sucks for him. But okay, like, if you weren't ready, why is he back on the field? Obviously, he wasn't ready.
Starting.
Yeah, obviously he wasn't ready. Like, the guy literally did 2 laps and that was it.
Yeah.
Well, I know you asked me about the coach. Was like, well, you're about to get a new manager. It seems like, well, it is. Do you like?
Oh yeah.
And I mean, rumor has it's going to be. Alonso. How do you feel?
No, I think it's time. Look, there is nothing bad that I can say about Ancelotti. Absolutely nothing. This year was rough. But you can see that. You can see it where it's like, okay, A, the tactics just aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
B, the team isn't really responding to any changes, any formations. I think with Mbappe coming in, you would have to make a complete change of the way that front is set up. So now, they're playing together. I'm not saying that there's a controversy. I'm not saying that there's locker room issues, although it's Mbappe, right? So who knows? It looks to me like Vinny Mbappe get along just fine. When Rodrigo plays with them as well, it looks like they get along. They pass the ball. There's no, you can tell there's no animosity. There's no hatred there. But Ancelotti didn't make the necessary changes to where when you go full power forwards, where everyone's basically a forward, everyone's a striker, everyone's a finisher. Your midline is old or hurt, and then you have no back line. Your midline is literally playing the back line. There was no changes made. And I understand the situation with well, what do you do? What do you do when the entirety of your defense is in the hospital? Nothing. You bring back those. You find what midfielders can play defense or what wingers can help you drop back fast enough, which none of them can. You have Modric trying to catch up to Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, Danny Ceballos played a lot this year.
Yeah, Ceballos played a lot.
He was all right, no?
Yeah, he was.
He's okay.
I love Danny because we had him on place, and I was like, Danny, put Danny in. He's like the Rob Holding of Real Madrid. Like he was just always on the team.
Yeah, it's yeah, and then that's the thing though. So we're pulling in crew members that have been there, for a while.
Yeah.
We are asking Modric. It's done. It's over. He's not going to continue with us, but. Modric, look, you come in 15, 20 minutes, you help us move the ball up, and you help us get Mbappe up, Vinny up, Rodrigo up, and that's your job. You no longer have to do everything else that you did throughout the rest of your career because you're not going to have the legs. Mm-hmm. He's starting doing 85 minutes, 90 minutes, and you can just tell it's just not there anymore. And nor should it. He's been playing 30 years or 20 some odd years. It's done. He's going to get a statue outside of the stadium for sure, because I think he's won everything. Everything for Real Madrid.
Yeah,
including a golden ball. Yeah.
Well, I can't believe he actually played at Tottenham at one point.
Yeah.
Oh,
and they got rid of
Bale.
And they got rid of Modric and Bale for pretty cheap. Bale not so cheap,
but back then, but yeah.
For Modric was kind of like
very cheap. Modric's pretty
super
cheap.
He's a galactico.
He was ready to get out. He was like, I'm out. He's like, Real Madrid came calling. He was see ya.
Yeah, and he's become one of the greatest players in history. But it's done. We're moving in with a younger crew. These kids are great. I love Fran. I like what I see in Goulier. I like what I see with Vinny. I like what I see. I hope we can keep Rodri, but he looks like he's done with it. Look, if you're not gonna, if you're gonna keep bringing in players to take my position that he fights for every time and performs at every time, I was like, you know what? Just
If he's a good price, I think some teams, are looking at him as well.
Oh, I think we could get a lot of money for him. That's the thing.
I think he's going to be a bargain.
Yeah, because the thing with him is who can what would you sell him for?
Rodrigo?
Because I don't know.
No less than 70. No less than 70. The question is who's going to be able to pay his weeklies? Because
what's his weeklies?
I think he's in the 100.
Is he still? Is his contract not running out, or is he extended?
I think he got
his name. His name's been his name is kind of hot in the market, which is also kind of because Vinny Mbappe. Who's the other forward? You're running threes.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that none of them are really forwards. That's real striker. Technically Vinny's the striker, but he's not a true.
He's more your left winger. Mbappe would probably be your striker.
Yeah, again, but we had to convert him into the middle to become that, but because he's also a left side player.
Yeah.
I mean, because and you didn't have Hoju. And it's weird because it's not like you guys have been on, which is probably, I think, would probably change when you have the new coach. Y'all don't
and I think this is the issue that Ancelotti was having was he wasn't making the necessary changes with this type of squad. If you want to run all midfielders and definitely not have a striker, then look what Pep used to do with that type of formation or with that type of setup. But a true finisher, a true striker. Nah.
But here's the thing: if you
Endrick kind of came in as being that, but we're having problems with Endrick.
But here's the thing, though: if you get rid of Rodrigo as a right winger, it's not like there's a lot of right wingers out there in the world right now.
Yeah,
There aren't. Really.
Yeah, there isn't, but we have a few of them. So that's what's crazy. Ardra, Andre can play on the right. Brahim Diaz.
None of them are as good as Rodrigo, though. I don't know. If
No,
you guys,
that's the thing.
I think these guys.
Oh, Camavinga, who is normally in the midfield, had to play defense this year.
I can see you guys selling Adra before you sell Rodrigo.
I really like Adra.
I know, I get it, but because he's younger and not as experienced, and
I
not
want
as
us
good,
to see if we can keep the core of this young team. If we can keep Camavinga, Diaz, Adra, of course, Mbappe, Vinny, and Rodrigo. Oh, and then Jude, of course.
Yeah, I think
Jude also looks a little upset about the entire situation.
he looks worn. He looks worn out.
But I think that with
he's the only one that runs.
Alonso,
Right.
Alonso coming in, I think
Well,
this will revitalize.
I think
It'll
Trent will
Well, that's-
destroy. Trent's going to kill.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder what Alonso's going to do with that team because Trent. It depends because Alonso, as far as I know, plays with wing backs. He doesn't necessarily play like a back four.
Well, if
No,
Mendy's healthy, he could have
yeah.
both. He'd have one person on each side.
I think-
Frimpong is basically the right wing back.
I think
we're
that
looking at him right
I think
now.
that when he comes back, it's going to go back to what Real Madrid was known for: that winger
Wing play,
overlap play,
probably.
that wing overlap play.
So we-
Get your runners down the middle, and then you're coming down the sides, and then you attack towards middle, which I would love to see again. Which is what we had when Zidane first started, and then as the players got older, it had to change up.
But then you need a whole new back line.
I also
Oh, no, we
like-
need a whole new backline. Yeah, the backline needs to be
Because
redone.
Trent is going to do nothing but leave space in behind.
No,
for
we're
everybody
gonna
run
need
into.
we need to build something around Rudiger and Asensio, young around Rudiger and Asensio. So when Rudiger and Asensio old out or move on in their career, those younger kids will then fill in.
You need a cheap. You should probably like. I was like, you're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys get especially with a new coach, you get a forward, not like an Isaac, because I don't know if you even know it, but like another. You'll probably get another forward, like a forward, a bigger dude that actually holds up. That's not a winger. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all bring one in.
The player, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I also like Fran Garcia. It's just he runs into issues with his height as a defender. If we can move him up into the midline, I think he'd be a great winger on the midline.
I think I mean, watching Trent for so many years, the thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a center back and a defensive midfielder who is going to run themselves into the ground because he's going to leave so much space in behind and he's going to get burnt constantly.
Yeah.
So I don't know who you guys have now. It's basically, you guys need a replacement for Toni Kroos.
No, we need a replacement for Cruz and Modric.
And
Of course, with Modric retiring, that gives
it
us
doesn't have
that-
to be in the mold of Toni Kroos, but you're going to need somebody who's going to cover for Trent, and they're going to have to run a lot.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the problem. Though. I mean, you find a replacement for Toni Kroos.
No, I don't think. No, but see, the replacements is probably the wrong word because it's like saying find a replacement for Salah. You're not going to, but you need somebody. You need somebody to play in that role, who might not necessarily play like Toni Kroos or get you the production as Toni Kroos. You need somebody to cover Trent's butt.
Yeah.
And that's just my advice from watching him play for several years because as soon as he goes forward and starts overlapping and underlapping, they get the ball, they counter, they're in that space, and now you're 2v1.
I mean,
Happened to us all the time.
I agree with you completely. I agree with you with that completely. I hope that they can keep this crew together. There is some players that we can get rid of. Like it'll be fine. We'll get some money for them. They're not going to be huge income for the club. But I think right now is the time for the changeover. I think Ancelotti has done phenomenal with this club. He goes down in history as one of the best managers at the club. But I think it's time now. I think it's time to make a change.
Oh, Alonso going there, which I assume.
I hope it's Alonso.
I think it's going to be interesting to see what he does because it's going to be a very first of all, it's going to be a system I think that that's been not lacking because I don't think Real Madrid really needed a system with the players that they have, but a system that's more cohesive, I guess I should say. Not that they don't have a system, but a system that's like, okay, I can actually see this structure and they're playing these roles and they're going to stick to these roles. Like I can see Alonso coming in and cracking that whip to get them to do that. And maybe that's what they want, maybe that's what they're looking for.
I would love if Xhaka followed Alonso Real Madrid.
Who?
Xhaka. I would love if Xhaka followed him. Like, if we brought him over, I'd be like, yes.
Oh, that would be sweet.
I'd be like, yes. I was like, oh my goodness. I Real Madrid
That would be
jersey.
cool.
I'd be in. I'd be in.
Well, that's going to cover it for tonight, y'all. You're listening to WLP and LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You've been listening to Lumpen FC. If you want to give us a comment, drop something to say to us, lumpenfcradio@gmail.com. Yeah, some. Follow us on Twitch, Lumpen TV. You can always drop comments on Lumpen TV while we're on the air.
Yeah.
We will get to those as you type them out. Follow us on Insta, Barra Brava Brewing Co. and Lumpen Radio.
And Twitter.
Barra Brava. You can find Barra Brava products at Mars Community Brewing in Bridgeport, Life on Mars on Logan Square, and, of course, The Barrel in Pilsen. Thanks again for tuning in, y'all, so much. I appreciate it. We will be back pretty much after all the games are done. But the season's done. And then
we have nothing to talk about.
We'll yell and cry. We'll yell and cry and see what happens.
We always forget we do have our little Twitter space, too. We still call it Twitter.
Yeah, hit it up on Twitter as well.
We call it Twitter.
Just out of spite, we call it Twitter.
Thanks all so much for listening in. You all have a good one.